What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a great start to the 2025 year. Gosh, what a crazy year it's already been. Just in my world, weather-wise, OMG. I mean, we had snow all the way down to the Gulf beaches, insane winter storms,
I saw that.
right? Wasn't that wild?
That was wild.
And of course, outside of the weather world, it's been kind of a fun year, setting goals early on, me continuing on with those goals. Like one of the big ones that I had was just trying to eat healthier and stay consistent on like a workout routine, which I haven't done really since high school. And I've been doing pretty consistent. Other than when I go on vacations, I work out at least 3 times a week.
It's great, man.
And I'm seeing results, and I feel better, right?
So
that's been pretty cool for me. Did you guys set any or have anything that you were like, I really want to work on this
I kind of
year?
let myself go over the holidays, and I was like, I
I can tell you're a little. No, I'm just,
I gotta,
just teasing.
get back into just taking care of myself more. I've been sleeping a lot more than.
Ooh, okay.
So those are two things that I've been working out. And
that
sleeping
could be
a lot.
good depending on what it was, right?
Yeah,
sleep problem.
I just feel like I'm in a season of life. I'm trying to listen to my body, so I'm staying up late with the kids and the wife, just hanging out, talking. And
reading any books right now?
Instead of waking up early, I just finished a great book about time management by
Nice.
something Rayner. Great book. And so, yeah, man. So, but
Yeah,
today,
good.
So we had this interesting episode like a month ago called like 5 traits of horrible, crappy parents.
Right.
And then
we really wanted to cap it off with positivity, how to have great habits. Yeah. And for those of you who maybe on your resolution list this year was like, have better relationships, why not have a great relationship with our kids, right?
Yeah, well said. And so here we are. You hear, and what you're about to hear is going to make you laugh, I think. So, Jordan, 5 habits of great parents. Let's be honest with our audience.
Because we didn't come up with the list.
We did come up with the list. You're about to see. We're doing
list.
something different today. Jordan, tell them the big secret that we've been holding on to.
So the big secret is we are allowing AI now to tell us what the great habits are of parents, which is going to be fun because then me and Sean can actually go in and see if we agree with artificial intelligence. And for this one, I know there's different kinds out there right now, whether you're using the Facebook kind or you're using the Google kind, Gemini, whoever. We use ChatGPT.
That's right. So I asked ChatGPT, everyone, full disclosure, tell me some great habits of great parents, the parents who are thriving mentally, relationally, teaching, mentoring their kids, and tell me. And they came up with 5. So as you listen to these, also ask yourself, and we'll talk about at the end, do you agree with ChatGPT? All the things you're going to hear are good. They're very positive. They're going to help you. They're going to challenge you. But
would it be on your list?
Would they be on your list? Would they be on your top 5 list? And I already know one of them would not be on my top 5, and I think this list is missing something big. I think the computer screwed up. And keep in mind, I think what ChatGPT is, it doesn't have a brain. It doesn't come up with original thoughts. What it does is it just gathers millions and millions of articles throughout the internet, and it says, this is what I have, added
Summarized.
Yeah. Right?
What's the average?
So this is what the computer has been telling us. So let's chat about the computer and what the computer thinks about good parenting.
This first one I actually like, right? You start the day. How do we want to start our morning?
5 habits.
Do you want to start it nice or do you want to start it chaotic? Okay. The reality is a lot of us start our mornings chaotic.
They do.
You got to get the alarm going. Get in the shower. Hurry, eat your breakfast. Did you comb your hair? Brush your teeth. The bus is here. Get out the door. Right? And it's pure chaos. But this one, for the first topic here, says start the day with connection, right? So you got to spend 5 to 10 minutes, undistracted time in the morning with your child. A hug, a short chat over breakfast, a positive affirmation, right? That could really set the tone for the day. I remember when I was in high school, my mom woke up and make my crazy behind breakfast every morning.
Oh, you guys, I was there. I lived with Jordan for a bit. We're not just talking like a little breakfast. We're talking like pancakes, eggs, bacon. Like it was like a restaurant. And it was like, this is how you guys roll every day before school. It was incredible.
We started off nice, right? It was that was our time to really chat about something. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do this homework. Or Mom, did you hear about this? What happened? Why this works is because as we do this in our families, children can feel very secure and valued, right? And it reduces that stress. Going into school, it can be very stressful, right? Especially with what just happened yesterday with Sarah Jessica Parker. No, with John Alan or whoever like caused a problem, and then I'm thinking about it all night, and then I got to go to school and deal with that kid. So this can at least just help you connecting with them. We also had them like give us an idea of what it would be for children versus like teenagers, and it broke it down. So it says without hovering, make sure you check in, just a quick check-in with our teenagers, right? A smile, a good morning. Hope you guys have a great day. You want to help them feel valued, right? We know our mornings are rushed. So even if you didn't get a chance to say that, maybe shoot them a text later in the morning. Hey, just thinking of you. Good luck on that test, right? And then they get that ping from you. It's like, oh, my mom's thinking about me or my dad's thinking of me. This is awesome.
I got two things on my mind. All right. The first one is well done, ChatGPT.
Yeah, they did good with that one.
That was good.
Like
That's actually pretty. I wouldn't have thought of that. Like,
yeah, me neither.
Start your morning with positivity and connection. Second thing on my mind is I'm feeling pretty convicted right now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, because my 8-year-old like is so slow and molasses in the morning, and she's late to school like
sloth.
constantly,
Right.
and I've just like got into this really negative pattern. I've got a negative attitude. And
Have you tried setting the alarm earlier?
Yes.
Oh, it doesn't
so
work.
many things. I'm literally like trying different things, and now what we're trying is my wife Danielle is like taking over.
Yeah.
Because she's realizing like how negative I'm getting, and I'm
Yeah.
realizing like, bro, like I'm like the parenting coach, and I'm failing at this, dude.
You know what's crazy? I had to wake my mom up.
Oh,
I was
really?
the responsible one who had the alarm set,
Yeah.
got in the shower, woke her up, made her coffee, and then she made me breakfast. It was funny, but I was the oldest,
Yeah.
so I had this like responsibility. Like I can't miss school. I got to get up.
yeah.
So I don't
my
know
gosh.
if you. What if you did nothing?
You know what? I'm really being convicted right now. I need to be challenged. I want to set a goal.
What if-
I need you to check in with me. Ask me
Okay.
next week. Actually, I'm going to Maui, so ask me when we come back from Maui. How did I do? Well,
How's
that
it
actually
going?
won't work because I'm going to be in a great mood in Maui.
Yeah,
But
you
here's
are. You
today.
are.
Here's what I did today. Here's a positive story and a bad one. I just sat with her, and I was very patient for the 45 minutes. Just sat with her. She doesn't even want to go to her room by herself to get changed. She was like, "Please come with me." And I just had a really good attitude today. She did great. We got her to school 10 minutes early. It was great. But yesterday she was late, and you know what I said?
What?
I said something I've been saying a lot the last 2 months. I shamed her. I said, "Look, you see any other kids here? No. You're the only one. You're the only one in the whole school that's late." And it's true. I didn't see any other kids. And that's the type of stupid stuff that I've been saying, man. I really need to check myself because I'm really wrecking myself, man. I'm not
what's
doing
ironic?
this.
You know what's ironic too is like you had the toughest time with all your kids with their bedtime routines. Now you have a tough time with your kids and their wake up routines. I think that's just the world, of God poking you and be like, ha.
It's so much easier for me to be kind and loving to my teenagers when I see them wake up to be just because I just trust them that they're still going to take care of business, and I trust
Yeah.
them like they're on it. I guess I'm realizing that I'm afraid that I'm raising a lazy child who doesn't value time, and
Right.
I need to counsel myself. All right, number 2. Let's talk about something that I have not been doing very well in. Number 2, 5 habits of great parents. Here's what ChatGPT has telling us. They practice emotional regulation and self-care. All right, number 1, they start the day with connection.
Oh, the parents too. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now-
Go ahead.
All right, what this means is that these great parents, they model healthy coping skills, right? So they are the adult in the relationship. They're managing their emotions so they don't manage them. ChatGPT writes, they breathe deeply before reacting. They take breaks when needed, and they express emotions calmly. They prioritize self-care, exercising, journaling, meditation, or even just a few minutes of quiet time to maintain their own mental health. Why it works? Well, when parents manage their emotions well, kids learn to do the same. A calm parent reacts or creates a calm home. That is sometimes the case. And then, like Jordan asked, I then asked GBT, well, what about parenting teenagers? Because I noticed that some of these were kind of childish. Well, then what it said in the same kind of genre is that parents of teenagers, they regulate their own emotions before responding. So they practice pausing before reacting because teenagers can push buttons. They say things like, hey, let me think about it and get back to you. They model healthy stress management by openly discussing the challenges that they face and how they handle them. Teens learn to regulate their emotions by watching parents.
I think I know the answer to this, but I want to ask it anyway. You said a calm parent sometimes creates a calm home.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah, it's not always the case. I've been doing this for 25 years. Yeah, because some parents, let's just say two parents, they're very calm. Well, why are they calm? Well, be calm because that's their nature, right? That's how they were born. And they're also calm because that's the homes that they each grow up in. So they're these boring, calm, quiet people. And then these two made a baby or they adopted one, and the child is different. The child is passionate, a deep feeler, loud, likes to yell. They're like, they're Italian. They're passionate. You know what I mean? They're artists. They don't want to just be quiet. And so what are you gonna do? You gotta adapt, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say too, because too calm of a parent, you become a pushover parent, and if you become a pushover parent, then your house is gonna be chaotic because your kid's gonna walk all over you.
And if that story ever is true, if that was a nonfiction tale, then that child is a blessing. Because maybe those two boring, avoidant type parents, they need some more passion in their lives. They need some more emotion. They need some more communication, conflict communication, right? All right, number 3,
right.
Chat
so
GPT.
Start the day with connection. The second one, regulate your emotions as parents before responding. Okay, I agree with that. You teach that a lot. Number 3, Chat GPT says engage in meaningful conversations or low pressure conversations if they're teenagers. So make it a habit as a parent to ask open-ended questions and actively listen to your child. You say this a lot. You say, when the kids get off the bus, don't say, "How was your day?" Right? Because that is such a boring question. You say get specific, which is great. ChatGPT must be listening to what you're preaching, Sean. So share your experiences as parents to build trust into them to keep the lines of communication open. Hey, I know you're having a difficult time with that boy or with your friend John. Can I tell you, when I was your age, I had this buddy. We went through this, and this, and it was crazy, and this is how I got out of it, and maybe leave it at that. All right? This works because you've got that strong communication that you're building in yourself and your child, and that fosters the deeper bonds and encourages kids to maybe talk to you about some of these things.
Well said. Hey, I have a mind-blowing question for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you think ChatGPT listens to our podcast?
Dude, I bet it listened to all of the episodes, the 100+ episodes in half a second.
Seriously.
No, I don't know, dude.
I don't know either.
I don't know if AI listens to
does it
podcasts.
listen to everything on the internet ever?
It's got to, because it can take our voice now and make it say stuff we're not saying.
We have a popular parenting podcast, which means that if ChatGPT does listen to all podcasts, it means it's heard a lot of us. Right?
Okay, you need to go next and say, what does Sean Donohue say about blah, blah, blah?
Oh, my gosh. Okay, I'll do it. Next time you're talking, I will look in my phone, and I'll see if it knows us.
It'll know you.
And then I'll say, tell me some offensive or inappropriate things that Jordan Steele has said on the Sean Donohue show.
So many.
Right? How many jokes about spanking and hitting your kids has he said over the last 100 episodes?
No, I don't think it's going to know it.
Do you like, I really, really like engage in meaningful conversations.
It gets harder as they get older, which is why the other thing it said, engage in low pressure conversations. But sometimes if it's too low pressure, they're never going to answer you.
I don't know if everyone just heard Jordan say that. It was very wise what you just said. Please say that again. Everyone listen to this, because this was for the teenage parents.
Right. So for the teenage, it says engage in low pressure conversations, right? Like don't, keep it lighthearted. Don't go too deep. Make it to where, you're allowing them to open up to you. But if you just keep it lighthearted and surface level, they're not going to open up at all.
So good. Like I used to do a lot of, I had this, a lot of public speaking, right? I still do it. A lot of seminars, retreats, masterminds, traveling. And here's something I like to say. Like when I was doing teaching about talking to your kids about sex, and I don't know if this is going to be funny, because when I would do it live, it was funny. Here's what I would say. Do you think your teenager's going to come up to you ever and be like, "Mom, Dad, so I have a new boyfriend, girlfriend, and we're thinking about like touching each other, and we're actually thinking about oral sex. So tell me everything I need to know about oral sex." Go.
So awkward.
There,
Oh my
no,
goodness.
like maybe 1%. Excuse me,
Not
1%
even, man.
a teenager going to say something like that. Maybe 5% to their teenagers. So like the only way they're going to learn about like oral sex is either from pornography or from you, right? So that's what Jordan's point is. Yeah, it's good to have low pressure conversations a lot with your teens. Yeah, keep it chill, but do not be afraid to step into these high pressure conversations, right? All right, number 4.
It's so nerve wracking though.
It is, man. It is. It is. You know what I really wish we did differently on that when that episode we had with the sex ed expert. Can I tell you a regret that I have?
Sure.
When we did it like a couple months ago, she was giving some great advice. I got a lot of comments on that episode, but I think for me it's just so much. I feel like it'd be easier for me to talk about sex ed stuff with a son than it is with a daughter. Is that
right?
Did we talk about that much? Like,
yeah, we did a little bit. And you also said,
since I'm a man,
your wife has done a lot of it with your girls because girls with girls, boys with boys. But some parents can't do that because they're single parents.
It's
right?
hard.
Yeah,
it's really hard. Okay, number 4. All right, ChatGPT. What are 5 habits of great parents? Well, obviously they're going to write this. This sounds like a computer wrote this. Be consistent with discipline and boundaries. Set clear expectations and follow through with consequences. If you say bedtime's at 8:30, stick to it. Use positive discipline. Instead of yelling, use calm redirection and teach problem solving and skills. Why it works? Well, consistency builds trust and helps kids develop self-discipline and responsibility. Then I asked, remember, what about teens? Well, they said set clear boundaries and respectful discipline. So be firm, but fair. Set expectations about screen time, chores, curfew, schoolwork, and enforce them consistently. Involve teens in problem-solving discipline. Wow, that is good. I call it shared problem solving. This nerdy computer says, problem-solving discipline. What do you think would be a fair consequence for missing curfew? Do you take ownership of your actions? Why it works? Well, clear, consistent boundaries. So good.
I like it though. I know it's very robotic, but it's so important. You have to have discipline. You have to have boundaries. We've talked about boundaries so much on this podcast. If you don't have boundaries, you got nothing.
And I think maybe we're minimizing it because maybe it's as the way that we're wired as just 2 individuals, Jordan. I think boundaries, structure, organization, it comes more natural to us. Just as 2 individual men. Well, many men, they struggle with boundaries or structure or discipline. And many women, the same thing, they're good at it and they're bad. That's why we shouldn't minimize that, because for some parents, setting clear boundaries and having structure and discipline is really hard for them.
Yeah, I know. And it's so important.
So important.
All right,
now,
number 5.
as you listen to the 5th one, everyone ask yourself, sorry to interrupt
if this should be on your list.
Do you agree with ChatGPT's top 5? And is there anything that you would edit it? Because I can't wait to tell you what I think's missing. And I think it's so typical that if a dumb computer would miss this. What's number 5?
All right, this one could be a throwaway. I think it has good intentions, right?
Okay.
It says, end the day with presence and gratitude, right? Okay. Or for the teenagers and older kids, end the day with encouragement and not criticism, right?
Like
so
that.
You start the day with connection and something positive and calm, and then you end the day with some encouragement, calm, and something to look forward to, hope, right? So I get it. It makes sense. So this one says, take a few minutes before bed, reflect on your day together, read a book, share something you're grateful for. Kill me. Give verbal reassurance. I love you no matter what. Tomorrow is going to be a new day, which I get where the computer's coming from, but let's be real. Like,
it sounds like
show
a
your
computer.
child love, right? It does. But, and I think what's good is like, what I would throw away and put in is like, if you have time, I know it could be cheesy, and I'm not there with teenagers yet, so I'm only speaking on my behalf of like 10-year-olds back to 5-year-old. Is tucking in your kid every night for bed, right? Just tucking him in.
So
you're
nice.
There.
I agree.
Right? You're there for a second, or maybe they want you to sit there with them for 5 minutes.
That's such a great thing. I totally agree. So I think we're on the same page. On one hand, ChatGPT did a kind of a cool job. It started with the morning and it ended with the night. And that is a great habit of great parents, ending your day with encouragement and presence and gratitude, right? That's really, really good. Jordan's talking about just that bedtime routine, that I love you tucking in. But in the real world, are you going to be tucking in your 16-year-old, right? No, like
I hope so, but probably not.
no, man. No, dude. You won't be tucking in your 16-year-old, man. I mean, maybe you will.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's cool.
I still hope so.
Here's this is actually a good transition. Let me tell you why I think this list is good, but the two things it's really missing. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I would take off the last one, even though it's good. I just wouldn't be top 5.
Okay. Sure.
Here's what this computer is missing, and if anyone's ever going to miss it, it would be a computer. It's fun, man. Having fun with your kids, making memories. Shouldn't that be a top 5?
Totally.
Stupid computer.
Right.
Dude, humans win again, man. Our list is better than yours. AI is not the future of the world.
Computers don't know how to have fun.
No,
right?
it's a computer.
We get to have fun.
I can't listen to a computer tell me how to freaking parent. I'm going to listen to a parent.
Right.
Have fun with your kids. Make memories.
You can play
laugh.
a computer.
Yeah,
you can play
computer.
video games together, sure.
Watch movies. Go to Disneyland. Go to amusement park. Jump off rocks into the lake. Take them to the lake. Laugh, giggle, wrestle, tickle each other.
Love it.
Right?
Love it.
Go to concerts with your teenagers.
Yeah.
Tease them. Make fun of each other. Right?
I like it. That's a great one. That definitely should be
Thank you.
top 5.
All right, I have one more. All right. This one definitely needs to be top 5. Dude, again, humans defeating. I'm the judge and the jury here. Time is not on the list. Here's what all the parents experts say is that with young children, you try to dedicate like 15 minutes a day for each child, maybe 20. Call it special time. Just that time. Like for you told a story either on this podcast or last week about how every morning your mom would make that amazing breakfast for you and your 2 siblings. And so she's starting the morning.
Awesome.
Oh, that was this way.
Yeah.
Starting with so that's not only starting your morning right, but that's actually family time together, right?
Right.
So
we did carpool. You'd have time in the car.
Yeah.
I remember having a friend of ours. They've got kids older than us, and they said, "Hey, those car rides that you're taking the kids to sports or to friend's house, you're using that time as time.
Don't let your kids go on a Nintendo Switch or play on a screen."
Right.
So
talk to them.
Here's something like what's happening right now. So because I have 2 teenagers, one is about to turn 20 and then 15, time is really hard for us sometimes because they're busy. They're doing their activities. They're out with their friends. They're gone.
But that's why isn't that why you guys do trips together, family trips?
So yes, we do trips, but something that we're doing right now is we're putting the 8-year-old to bed, and then we're watching a TV show together, Severance on Apple TV.
That's right. You said that. That's right.
So we're all caught up now, but it's really fun because it's a really deep, confusing show. And so we're spending time together, watching a show together, and then talking about it.
You know what we watch? Huh. You're going to think I'm so silly, but it's still our favorite game show, Survivor.
Dude,
Survivor
some people
is
love
so
Survivor.
Fun.
And it's a great family
our kids
show.
Are into it.
Yeah.
Oh, we love it.
Dude, there's a lot of families that's one thing they do as a family. They always watch Survivor together.
It's fun.
What a great thing. So so I feel like time needs to be on the list. It should be top 5, like spending quality time with your kids. Because remember, like kids, especially with teenagers, like it's hard to spend time with them. They can be hard to be around. They may not want to be around us. But like your kid needs you. They need your wisdom. They need your parenting. And they don't care what you know until they know that you care. So spending time with your kids it has to be on the list. So ChatGPT, you suck.
What I want to add chores. 5 habits of great parents. Have their kids do chores. I need you guys to clean up your room, mow the dang lawn, take out the trash. Chores needs to be on the list.
What a fun episode.
That could be the bottom 5.
Thank you guys for letting Jordan and I be in your life.
Yeah,
Let's
thank you.
all
This is fun.
Keep striving, everyone. There's no such thing as a perfect parent. We struggle with yelling, shame. We struggle with lack of structure, lack of discipline, people pleasing, being a negative person. But we can do this. Let's keep growing every day, right? Jordan, do you feel like you're growing as a man, as a husband?
I do. I feel like that. And I sit in my car a lot and I don't turn on the radio. I don't listen to a podcast, and I just reflect on where I am, where I was, and how much joy I have right now with everything that's been brought into my life. And it's really cool. It's going by fast, but sometimes we got to slow things down, and that's one of the ways I do.
I want to just, as we wrap up this episode, before you listen to the next episode, just take a few deep breaths and just Be grateful for what you have, for who you are, for all the good things in your life, and in me. I want you to know what I'm grateful for is you. I'm grateful that we have listeners who, like you, are really, really good parents that are changing the world through your parenting. Thanks for listening to Jordan and I today.